Hey guys, very special day for me today. I can bring you my review of the Enterbay Elvis Presley. I'm a massive Elvis fan, so when Enterbay showed the preview last year of the figure, I knew instantly that I was going to pre-order it. In fact, I was pre-order number 1 on 16bruce.co.uk, who are official dealers of Enterbay, by the way. This is my first Enterbay figure, so I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and review on it. But very excited to do it, and whether you're an Elvis fan or not, I hope you join in on the review and enjoy it. So let's get on with it. So to begin with, I just want to talk about the outfit and style of the figure. It is called the 68 Comeback Special because he is wearing his leather outfit from the show called Elvis, which aired on NBC on December 3rd, 1968. And it was called the Comeback Special because he tied up all his movie obligations and he went back to the full career of doing singing, and it was like huge ratings. It was a very awesome performance, and as you can see, similar on this DVD here, this is the figure in question. So this is obviously like the source material of this figure. Now going on to the box, as I say, this is my first Enterbay figure, so these boxes are quite tall. Or this one is. It's quite wide at the back. Now on the front, when I first saw these pictures, I thought it was an actual, say, photo, but it's more like, looks like an artsy sort of sketch. Really nice. And this is Elvis 35, because it's the 35th anniversary of his death this year. Elvis's signature there, very nice, sort of embossed. And you've got Art FX 1/6 scale action figure Elvis Presley 68 Comeback Special. Turn it round, and on all official Elvis products you get the signature product logo, which is very nice to know that it's all official and the two companies involved in this figure. Spin it round, and on the back you have photos of the figure itself. Very nice. All your credits here. Yeah, it's just a very nice looking box, quite presentable, and this is as well the signature product sticker that's on all official Elvis merchandise again. And just some warnings there. The product contains functional sharp edges, so very careful with your fingers. But I really like this box. It's really simple. It really does stand out. I really love the image on the front. And I'm going to continue and get the box open. Now the box contains a magnetic side which opens as a flap, and on the inner part here we have all his accessories, and hidden behind the foam is Elvis himself waiting to jump out. And here we just have a caution: please do not rub or scratch the buttons with any objects. And if I just remove the foam, and there is the Elvis figure in all its glory. Like I say, I've never had an Enterbay figure before, so I'm guessing this is the norm for it to be in foam like that, and then the accessories packed up separately. I'm just going to get him out and remove any plastic off the parts. And here we have Elvis out of the box. Very nice figure. Just had a quick move around of his legs and arms, and the articulation isn't as hindered as I thought it would be. I like his leather outfit. Zoom in on this here, and I'll just see if I can move this head round. Now I'm just going to quickly move on to the complaints about this figure that I've seen already. Complaints of his hair being too neat. Now just to say one thing, if you obviously going to make the Comeback Special figure, at the start of the Comeback Special his hair was this neat. Elvis always had very nice neat hair, and obviously when he gets onto his performance it does become dishevelled, but I've no complaints there. I really love the sculpting of the hair. I think it's very nice, and that's all there is to it really. I don't really want 2 pieces of hair dangling down. I really like this. I mean, you could use it, pose it as though it's the start of his performance. Another complaint, his eyes. Everybody said his eyes are too closed, he looks stoned, and all matter of horrible sort of comments about that. When I did open the box and look at the head sculpt, I did think, his eyes do look quite narrow. But again, when you see things with your own eyes, and see things on a camera, the photos, they can be deceiving. And I look at this figure and I see Elvis. Elvis has got one of the most distinctive faces in history. Like, I can't imagine anybody being able to portray Elvis that well because of, you know, obviously his distinctive look. And I move this figure all around different angles and I see Elvis Presley. People are saying, oh, I see such a body imitating Elvis Presley, or some daft comments like that. Biased with me being an Elvis fan, but surely that means if I am an Elvis fan and I can see Elvis in this figure, it is Elvis to me. So just to clear that up, I really like this figure. Some different angles, looks amazing. Got his very nice blue eyes. But yeah, I love this figure. I think I'm so happy that Enterbay decided to do this. It's amazing. Like I say, he's got such a distinctive face. I wouldn't even begin to know where to start to sculpt it. Going down, I'm just holding him up slightly. It's very, very nice. The jacket here is just being kept together with little poppers. On the inside he's got like a rubber sort of feel to his body, and he's got a black vest underneath. I'm just going to prop him back, but like I say, I'm not too bothered. Everyone said, oh, it should have had a dishevelled head sculpt, should have had a head sculpt of him curling his lip, which was his signature sort of look. But again, with things like that, people say, oh, you're limited with a basic sort of face. To me, you're limited with a dishevelled hair, you're limited with a curled mouth. Yeah, you've got him in a performance sort of pose, but the pictures shown of this where he's using his guitar just looks perfect. Now the hands that this came with on, if you can see, he's holding a plectrum in this hand, and this one here is quite an open hand, the ring on. So yeah, so far so good. I think it looks awesome and I'm very, very happy with it. I have lots of Elvis picture books, lots of posters, as if I just swoop up here, Elvis up there, but to me that is Elvis and I love it. I'm going to move on to the accessories, and here we have all the accessories for the figure. Now I've never had a figure like this, obviously, with such accessories, such musical instruments. Now this guitar, I think it looks fantastic. To me this just looks exactly like a little miniature guitar that could even work right now. Obviously it doesn't work, but I love it. I think it looks fantastic. Even the strings, it's beautiful. I really, really love it. Even the mic, there's so much effort into this figure. The mic is amazing. They all feel like little pieces of equipment in themselves. The mic, you just do a little construction here. You put the actual pole onto the stand and the mic onto the stand as well. But you can adjust the height, you can tilt the mic up and down, any sort of direction there that you want to. The amp, again, just looks like another sort of piece of equipment that could work any minute, even behind. Such a fantastic effort. I love it. As for extra hands, got these sort of hands here that are got different rings on for holding the mic, I guess, depending on which hand you want holding the mic. And some of these could be classed as holding out as guitar hands. But yeah, and there's your bass, which does look like the actual stage from the comeback special. And the stand itself just got him standing very plainly. If I switch it round, I find this stand here, or the prop, sort of very, very well protective. You can move it up and down. The sides where the clamp, you can move it to any sort of portion that you'd want to around his body, so it's not too tight or feels like it's scratching anything on the figure. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I didn't really expect so much movability of everything. And on the guitar strap, it's so well done. It's fantastic, and I didn't know what to expect. I've never collected a figure that's of a actual iconic real life person. But it's very, very fantastic. I'm just going to move on to a few extras and hopefully get a few poses in for you. Show you the bottom of the bass. Again, Elvis Presley 68 comeback special, got the signature product and his signature itself, and something a bit different here that I'm not used to, actual numbered collectible. These were limited worldwide to 3,000. I have 2,336. That's very awesome to know that you've got a limited number collectible and that you were part of something special like this, and I'm just glad I picked one up. But very, very awesome from Enterbay to take on this figure and also make it an actual collectible, or should I say limited collectible. Very, very cool. And there you have him, guys. I have just done a really quick sort of mock-up of using all his accessories. It's so, so awesome. I'm so happy with it. I can't imagine being any more happy with the figure unless they brought out a lot more Elvis figures, but I'm really, really happy with it. I just take it as the whole, oh, he's not actually in a performance sort of posed head sculpt. I just take it as, well, he isn't performing right in front of you, so this is just a sort of still of him posing before his performance. But like I said, there's no doubt whatsoever that that is Elvis Presley. I'm so happy with it. And obviously the fact that I have a lot of Elvis source material, you know, films, books, then if it to me didn't look like Elvis, I would say. One thing though, on anybody who has collected Enterbay figures, when moving him around he does make a lot of cracking sounds of moving any of his joints, so I hope that is the norm for these figures because I'm not used to it. But yeah, I find his articulation pretty good, not really that hindered. And again, I'm very impressed with the stand, the black stand, because it swivels and has very good articulation itself. Just loving the accessories, how much effort's gone into them. I think Enterbay have done a fantastic job, and the 68 Combat Special is a perfect medium between people who wanted sort of 70s jumpsuit Elvis and just 50s younger Elvis. I'm happy with this. Very, very glad they chose the Comeback Special, and they've done a fantastic job. So if you want to start collecting iconic real life people, then this would be a fantastic start, especially with it being a numbered collectible. Just adds a little bit more sort of excitement and specialness, if that's even a word, to the figure. And again, don't be worrying about all these people that say, no, it doesn't look like him. I love it. I think it looks fantastic. And even looking at it through the camera lens and then from my own eyes, you know, there is differences, colours look different, etc. But even that the outfit feels really nice, it looks really nice. And you can see comparing them, it looks fantastic. All I had to go by before was an Elvis Presley Barbie figure. And I think there's Todd McFarlane figures as well that are just like little standee ones. I'm very, very impressed. I'm so, so happy to get it. And like I said, this has just been my thoughts and a quick overview of it. And I hope you've enjoyed viewing it with me, guys. And I have to say, this is now one of my favourite figures, and I'm going to find a perfect place for it in my collection. So thank you for watching.